Shall we start the class? Shall we start the class? Yes. ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Okay. So we will begin with some other aspects of this law of contract. That is classification of contracts. What is contract? What is agreement? What is promise? What are the essentials of valid contract? So far I have discussed. Now, what are the classification of contracts? Kinds of contract. ವಿವಿಧ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಒಡಂಬಡಿಕೆಯ ವಿವಿಧ ಪ್ರಕಾರಗಳು. What are those different kinds of contracts? Now, broader concept ನಲ್ಲಿ classification of contracts. Now, the contracts can be classified into three broad bases. First base is on the basis of its creation. Its creation ಅಂದ್ರೆ how contract is going to be created. The very nature of the contract, creation of the contract, how it is going to be created, how it is going to be established. On the basis of its creation, we are going to classify the contract. On the basis of execution or performance of the contract, how the contract is going to be performed, how the contract is going to be actually executed. ಅದನ್ನ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇದನ್ನು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ನೆರವೇರಿಸ್ತಾರೋ ನೆರವೇರಿಕೆಯ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿ. ಈ ಮೊದಲನೇದೇನು ಇದರ ಹುಟ್ಟಿನ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇದರ ಹುಟ್ಟು, ಇದರ ಜನನ, ಹೌ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟೆಡ್, ಇದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿ. ಎರಡನೇದು ಇದನ್ನು ಅದು ಹುಟ್ಟಿ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ನೆರವೇರಿಸ್ತೇವೆ, ನೆರವೇರಿಸುವಿಕೆಯ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫೈ ಆನ್ ದ ಬೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ performance, on the basis of execution. ಮುಂದೆ ಮೂರನೇ ಬ್ರಾಡ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಯಾವುದು? ಆನ್ ದ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನ್ಫೋರ್ಸಬಿಲಿಟಿ. ಮೂರನೇ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಏನು? ಹೌ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಎನ್ಫೋರ್ಸ್ಡ್, whether the contract is having enforceability or not. ಇದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಅದ, ಎಷ್ಟರ ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಅದ, if at all enforceability is there, to what extent enforceability is there, if at all enforceability is not there, why enforceability is missing, what is the reason. So if enforceability is missing, what kind of contract that we are going to call it? ಇವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಎನ್ಫೋರ್ಸಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತಾರ, ಎನ್ಫೋರ್ಸಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತಾರ, ಎನ್ಫೋರ್ಸಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲದ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಯಾವುದು, ಇದ್ದ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಯಾವುದು, ಇದರ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಬ್ರಾಡರ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫೈ. ಸೊ ಬ್ರಾಡರ್ ಆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ತ್ರೀ ಬೇಸಿಸ್. First ground, base or ground, whatever. First base is its creation. Second base is its execution, its performance, how it is going to be performed. On that base, we are going to classify. The third base is its enforcement, the existence of its enforcement. So, these ಮೂರು broad concept ಅನ್ನ classification of contract on the basis of creation, on the basis of its performance or its execution, on the basis of its execution. The more classification come to first one. On the basis of its creation, we are going to cover first category, express contract. Express contract, first category, on the basis of creation, how it is going to be created. Adar mele onne category yavadu, onne kind yavadu, onne prakara yavadu, express contract. Express andre ಏನು ಬಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಬಸ್ ಅದು ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಡ್ರಿ. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ where the terms and conditions of contract are specifically discussed and written down. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದನ್ನು ಆ ಒಪ್ಪಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತಹ ಪ್ರತಿ ಕರಾರುಗಳನ್ನು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಇದು ಹಿಂಗ ಇದು ಹಿಂಗ ಇದು ಹಿಂಗ ಇದು ಹಿಂಗ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್. ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ದ? ಕಾರ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ ಅಂದ. ಎಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ ಅಂದ? ಯಾವಾಗ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ ಅಂದ? ಕೊಡು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಏನೇನೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದ. What is this? Yes. What is this? Nishant Angadi. What is the problem, Nishant? You are not following. Nishant? You are not unable to understand what I am teaching. Concepts are not understood. Why? Follow all the videos. This is law subject that you have to have keen interest on this. Why? What is the problem, Nishan? What you are not understanding? What you are not following? Basic concept that you have understood? Basic things. Definition of contract, history of contract, business law. What is business law? First day lecture is there in my YouTube channel, that everything is uploaded. Okay, from first class till date, what are the videos that I have uploaded? You just with a concentrated mind start listening to those videos. Okay, then this is quite a technical subject. Sometimes it happens to some specific students. It's not anything. Okay, so don't be panic. Okay, you can understand. But only thing is that you have to listen the videos. I am teaching both in English and Kannada. Okay. Only English is not possible because there are many students who ask in Kannada also. That is why whatever I tell in English, that I will translate the same thing to Kannada. Okay. The whole lecture cannot be taught in English because there are many students who cannot understand totally. That is why same thing is repeated in Kannada. Okay, whatever in English that I am going to tell, that you have to listen. You are not unable to understand in Kannada, No. My side there is no network problem. It is audible to everybody, I think. Okay, it is not a common problem. So anyway, it is there in the YouTube channel. You can listen to the lecture at any point of time. Is it okay? All things are there in my YouTube's. So even though there is no if it is really problem, then okay, let me continue the class. We shall have discussion on later on. Okay, is it okay? Screen rotate ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ? Screen rotate ಮಾಡೋದಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Screen rotate ಇದು ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಇದು? ಇದು ಬರೋದು ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇದು ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಕಾಣಾಗತೈತಿ. ಕೆಲವರು ಸರಿ ಐತಂತ ಕೆಲವರು ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಕಾಣಾಗದಿಲ್ಲ ನನಗ. ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಕಾಣಾಗತೈತಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿದ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅವಾಗಿಂದ ಟೀಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಪ್ಪ. ಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ನಿಶಾಂತ್ ಅವಾಗಿಂದ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತೋ ಅವನ್ನ ಮತ್ತ ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಚಾಲು ಅಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತ ಏನು, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ನಂದು ಇದನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂತ ಹೋಗು. ಏನು ನಾ ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂತ ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾರ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳ. ಈಗಾಗಲೇ 6-7 ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಈಗ ಉಳಿದವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬೇಜಾರಾಗ. ಈಗ ಏನಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ಇದನ್ನ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂತ ಹೋಗು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ವೆನೆವರ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಪರ್ಮಿಟ್ಸ್ ದೆನ್ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಎಂಗೇಜ್. ಓಕೆ, ಡೋಂಟ್ ವರಿ, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಫೈ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್. Okay, now so on the basis of creation means the first classification, the first kind of contract on the basis of creation is express contract. It means where the terms and conditions of the contract are specifically discussed and mentioned in the contract. Nothing is hidden. Nothing is hidden. Every conditions of the contract relating to the contract are mentioned in the contract, are going to be mentioned in the contract. There is no hide and seek. There is no hide and seek policy. In express contract, what will happen? If proposer is there, if offerer is there, and acceptor is there, whatever the discussions made between proposer and acceptor with regards to the terms and conditions of the contract, everything is going to be recorded and mentioned in the contract. Either it may be oral contract or it may be written contract, whatever it may be, but the terms of the contract is going to be, I will tell after the class, Dishan, what textbook that you have to refer and everything, I will tell after the class. Is it okay? So let me finish the class first, then we will discuss about all of it. Okay. Now, the first category of the contract is express contract. Means just you remember it, where conditions of the contract which are discussed between the proposer and acceptor are specifically mentioned are going to be recorded. That is how the contract is going to be called as express. The terms of the contract are going to be expressed clearly. The terms and conditions and feelings of the contract, the parties to the contracts are going to be expressed clearly, either in oral form or in a written form. They express it. That is called express. Where every term of the contract, where every condition of the contract is recorded, is mentioned, is going to be part of the contract document. Everything is going to be mentioned. That is called express. It means that conditions of the contract are going to be mentioned very clearly. Very clearly. This is the first. For example, Mr. A is willing to sell his motor car to Mr. B for rupees 1 lakh. So, in order to purchase the car from Mr. A, the buyer, the purchaser must pay rupees 1 lakh. This is the condition, basic condition. Condition is mentioned here. And if at all he has expressed, this car is going to be delivered after 1 month of the contract. Another condition, if the terms of the contracts are finalized, if all procedures of the contract are going to be finalized, then the actual performance of the contract is going to be done after 1 month of the contract. This is another condition. It is mentioned in the contract. So, whatever the conditions, stipulations, terms which are discussed by media between the parties to the contract, if all those things are expressly written down or expressly discussed, such contract is going to be called as express contract. ಎಲ್ಲ ಕರಾರುಗಳನ್ನ ಒಪ್ಪಂದದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕರಾರುಗಳನ್ನ ಯಥಾವತ್ತಾಗಿ ಏನು ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಾಗ ಇಟ್ಟುಕೊಳ್ಳಾರ್ದಂಗನ ಅವರು ಒಪ್ಪಂದ ಕೊನೆ ಆಗೋವರೆಗೂ ಒಪ್ಪಂದ ಫೈನಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡೋ ತನಕ ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ವಿಸ್ತೃತವಾಗಿ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡಿದ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್. One. Then second, implied. This is just reverse to express contract. In implied contract, so many things are not going to be discussed. By the action of the parties to the contract. By the action of the parties to the contract. The contract is going to be formed. Contract is going to be formed. There is no discussion before entering to the contract between the parties. There is no discussion. Discussion ಆಗೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಹಿಂಗ ಹಂಗ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. By the action of the parties to the contract. Action ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡ್ತಾರೋ. Action ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಒಂದು ಕೃತಿಯನ್ನು ಜರುಗಿಸಿಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಕೃತಿಯನ್ನು ಜರುಗಿಸಿದ ಕ್ಷಣಕ್ಕನೇ ಆ ಒಪ್ಪಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅವರಿಬ್ಬರ ನಡುವೆ ಆಗಿಬಿಡ್ತೈತಿ. ಹಂಗೆ what is the example? If you are standing in the bus stop of Jubilee Circle bus stop ನಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ನಿಂತಿದ್ದೀರಿ. You are going to Srinagar. One KSRTC bus will be there having board of, KUD, Pautinagar, ಒಂದು board ಹಾಕಿ ಬಸ್ ಬಂತು. ಸೊ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ, ಒಳಗಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ನೀವು ಆ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ನೋಡಿದ ಕ್ಷಣಕ್ಕೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಮಾತಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮಗೂ ಡ್ರೈವರ್ಗೂ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ಗೂ absolutely there is no discussion. Absolutely there is no discussion between the either driver or the conductor of the bus and yourself. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಯಾವುದು ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಮತ್ತು ನಾನು ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಏನು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೀದಾ ಬಸ್ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ. ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ಬಸ್. ಹತ್ತಿ ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಕ್ಷನ್. ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅನ್ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ಬೈ ಯು ಪೀಪಲ್ ವಿದೌಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಎನಿ ಪ್ರಯರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್. It means that there is implied contract. If you get into the bus, driver or conductor of that particular bus will understand that you are going towards Karnataka University because your action tells. ಇವ್ರ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ನೋಡಿ ಹತ್ತಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ರೋಡ್ನಾಗ ಹೊಂಟೀನಿ. ಯು ಮೇ ಬಿ going to Jayanagar or Saptapur or Srinagar Cross or Kautinagar. But it is a implied understanding of the conductor of the bus. Can continue. It is by your action only. Then the moment when you get into the bus, there is an implied contract. There is no prior discussion with the conductor of the bus and yourself. ನಿಮ್ಮ ನಡಕೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಏನಪ್ಪ, ನಾನು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀನೋ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೆಂಗ, ಮತ್ತೆ ರೇಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು, ಆದಷ್ಟು ಇದಷ್ಟು, ಆ ಅಂದ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ರೊಕ್ಕ ಅಂದ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಟ್, ಏನು ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ ನಾವು. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ಬಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಬಂದಾಗ ಟಿಕೆಟ್ ಬಂದ ನೀವು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ತಗೊಂಡ್ರಿ. ದ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್, ದ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪಾರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಟು ದ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ says that there is a contract. Such contracts are called as implied contracts. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೋ ಥರೋ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಆಗೋದು, ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂತ ಥರೋ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ನಡೆಯುವುದು. This is the second. The third one is quasi contract. Quasi contract is a contract which is created by law, not by the parties to the contract. It is a very peculiar contract. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ express implied condition ಅಲ್ಲಿ there are two parties A and B. ಇವರು ನಡ್ಕೊಂಡು agreement are. There is agreement between A and B. There are parties and they have specific discussions between them. Then second contract ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, A and B ನಲ್ಲಿ there is a action, no discussion, there is a action. The action itself leads to formation of the contract. That contract is called as implied contract. All the conditions are hidden. The conditions and terms of the contract are implied from the action of the contract, action of the parties. All terms and conditions are being denoted, or they have been expressed through their action, not through their discussion, expressed discussion. Action ಆಗಿಬಿಡ್ತು, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಎ ಬಿ ಯಾವ ಪರಿಚಯ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಎ ನ ಬಿ ನೋಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಿ ಎ ನೋಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಆದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಕೈತಿ. Even without knowing each other, A and B, they have not met each other. Even then, there will be sometimes contract, established a contract. Hangri adu, how it is possible? Adana naan ಏನು ಕರೀತೀವಿ, quasi contract. ಇದು ಹೆಂಗ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್? Without having any discussion between these two, how the contract is going to be established between A and B? Hangandre, the law itself creates the contract between these two, even though they are not knowing each other. Hangappa, for example, Mr. A is going to his residence after finishing his college class. ಹೋಗುವಾಗ his gold chain, he was wearing gold chain, that was dropped, loose agi beddu. Later on, B, unknown person, finds it. B ನೋಡ್ತಾನ, A ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಸ್ ಹತ್ತುವಾಗ ಆ ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ಚೈನ್ ಕಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಯ್ತು, it is missing. But A doesn't know where it is, when it was missed, how it was missed, at what time it was missed, where it was missed, don't know. Money hoದಾಗ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡ gold chain real. When he reaches home, then he comes to know that his gold chain is missing. At the same time, ಏನಾಯ್ತು, B ಅಂತ ಹಾಗೆ ಹೊಂಟಿದ್ದ ದಾರ್ಯಾಗ ಬಂಗಾರ ಚೈನ್ ಕಾಣ್ತಾನ. He finds it. He notices it. ಅವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ, ಬಂಗಾರ ಚೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅವನ ಕೈಯಾಗ ತಗೊಂಡ. He collects it. B ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ, collects. But here A and B are not known to each other. A and B are not known to each other. ಇಬ್ರು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. But ಏನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, if somebody has lost something of their ownership, ಅವರ ಮಾಲೀಕತ್ವದ ವಸ್ತುವನ್ನು ಕಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರು, if that something which is lost is found by some other person, A has lost a gold chain, B has found. But A and B, they don't know each other. When he lost it, and the moment when he collects it, he finds it. There exists a contract between A and B, even though they don't know each other. ಇವ್ರಿಬ್ರು ಒಂದು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಆ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಕ್ವಾಸಿ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್. ಅದನ್ನ ಯಾರು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು? Who has formed it? Law itself formed it. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ quasi contract is created by law, not by the parties to the contract. ಅದು ಇಬ್ರು ಒಪ್ಪಂದ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡ್ತದೆ, ಕಾಯ್ದೆನೇ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತೈತಿ. Law itself says that there is a agreement between A and B. What are the terms of the agreement? What are the conditions of the agreement? What are the conditions of the agreement? What are the terms of the agreement? What are the terms of the agreement? Andre, when a person finds a goods belonging to other person, it is an obligation of the finder of the goods that he has to return it to the owner of the thing. ಸಿಕ್ಕೇತಂತ ಮನೆಯಾಗ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಥವಾ ಕಳ್ಕೊಂಡವ ಅದು ಯಾವ ಸಿಕ್ಕೇತಲ್ಲ ಅವನ ಹತ್ರ ಇವ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾದ ಅವನ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗಿ ತಗೊಂಬರೋ ಹಕ್ಕು ಐತಿ. He can recollect it. The person who has lost the thing, he can recollect it from the finder of the goods. He has a right, but he has an obligation. Finder of the goods has obligation. ಸಿಕ್ಕೇತ್ ಬಿಡಂತ ಮನೆಯಾಗ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದೇದು ಮುಟ್ಟಬಾರದು. First thing is you don't touch it. ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನ ಮುಟ್ಟಬಾರದು. ಒಂದೇದು ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಿ, ಯಾವ ವಸ್ತುವನ್ನು ನೀವು ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ the first and foremost duty of the finder of the goods is ಯಾವ್ದೋ ಆಯ್ತು ಬಿಡೋದು ನಮ್ಗೇನ್ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಅನ್ನಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. The first and foremost duty of the finder of the goods is to give the protection or safeguard, or he has to protect or safeguard the particular thing that he has found it. ಒಂದೇದು ತಾನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಕಾಯು ಕೆಲಸ ಅವನೇ. ಅದು ಯಾವ್ದಾಯ್ತೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಡೋದಂತ ಬಿಡಕ್ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. Because you have collected it, because ಆ ರೋಡ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ರೋಡ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಿರ್ತದೆ, ನೀ ತಗೊಂಡಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದ್ರ ಕೆಲಸ ಏನು? ಫಸ್ಟ್ you have to give the security for that. You have to safeguard the thing. You have to protect the thing. Protection of the thing that you have found is your primary responsibility. The second thing is ಅದನ್ನ ಬರೇ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಕುಂದ್ರದಲ್ಲ. The second thing is you have to take an action in order to trace out the true owner of the thing. ಮನ್ಯಾಗ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕುಂದ್ರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದ್ರ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಮನ್ಯಾಗ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕುಂದ್ರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಈ ವಸ್ತುವಿನ ಮಾಲಕ ಯಾರ ಅಂತ ಹುಡುಕ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಎರಡನೇ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ಅವನು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ಅಬ್ಲಿಗೇಷನ್ ಇದು ಬಹಳ ಅದಾವ, ಅವನ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ. ಈ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ಮತ್ತು ಅಬ್ಲಿಗೇಷನ್ ಮತ್ತು ರೈಟ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡವ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಹೆಂಗ ಆಗ್ತದು? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ದ ಪಾರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಟು ದ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್. ಇವ್ರ ನನಗೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಒಪ್ಪಂದ ಆಗೈತಿ, ನಾ ಏನ್ರ ಬಂಗಾರ ಚೈನ್ ಕಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಹುಡುಕಿ ಕೊಡಪ್ಪ ನನಗೆ, ಅಥವಾ ನಿನಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕದ ವಾಪಸ್ ತಂದು ಕೊಡಪ್ಪ, ಏನಾರ prior discussions ಆಗ್ಯಾವನು? There were absolutely no prior discussions between A and B, between the owner of the thing that who has lost it and between the finder of the things that who has found it. Even though in the absence of those discussions, there will be certain rights and obligations between the person who has lost it and between the person who has found it. If there are rights and obligations, definitely there is a contract. Such contract is created by law, even though it is not created by these two persons personally, it is created by law. When it is created by law, such contracts are called as quasi contracts. Quasi contract. This on the basis of creation, how it is created, other classification. The second thing is on the basis of its execution or performance, how it is going to be performed. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟೆಡ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು executory contract. There are two kinds mainly on second base, executed and executed. When the performance of contract is already executed, it means that there is a contract between A and B to sell the motor car for rupees 1 lakh, and A has received 1 lakh rupees and A has delivered the car to B. Both the things are happened now. A has delivered the car and B has paid the money. It means that the contract is totally performed. When contract is totally performed, such contract is called as executed contract. Contract is executed. It is called as past contract. When performance is done, this contract is called as past contract, executed contract, performed contract. And the result is performed. Second, executory contract, the performance of which the contract, the performance of which is yet to be undertaken in near future. Today contract is happened. Today contract is signed. But for performance of the contract, there is 1 month time, 2 months time for making payment of rupees 1 lakh by B. If at all A has allowed to pay this 1 lakh rupees within 2 months. It means that contract is finalized, but contract is yet to be performed. It is called as future contract. Where the performance of the contract is postponed, where the performance of contract is going to be happened in the near future, such contracts are called executory contract. Executory contract, executed and executed. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿನೇ ಅದೇ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ನಾವು ಯೂನಿಲ್ಯಾಟರಲ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಬೈಲ್ಯಾಟರಲ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ. We are going to classify unilateral contract and bilateral contract. This also belongs to execution or performance. Where unilateral contract andre enu? Where the performance of the contract is done by only one party, not two parties. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ, A ಮತ್ತು B ಇದಾನಲ್ಲ, A wants to sell motor car to B. B has to pay rupees 1 lakh. This is bilateral contract. Bilateral contract. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ both the parties have to perform the things. B has to pay 1 lakh rupees, then A has to deliver the motor car. It means that execution or the performance of the contract should be done in this case by both the parties. If only one party has performed and another party is not performed, contract is not going to be executed. If A has delivered motor car, then B has not paid money. It means that contract is partially executed. Totally execute ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. Totally execute ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ both the parties have to perform. Where both the parties have to perform the things, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಕರೀತೀವಿ bilateral contract. In ಕೆಲವು things ನಲ್ಲಿ only one party has to perform. ಈಗ ಚಾರಿಟೇಬಲ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ನೀವು ಡೊನೇಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಪ್ರಾಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಊರಾಗ ಒಂದು ಯಾವ್ದಾರ ಒಂದು ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನದ ಜಾತ್ರೆಗೆ ನಮ್ದು ಒಂದು 1,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಪಟ್ಟಿ ಬರಸ್ತೇನ್ರಿಪ್ಪ ಅಂದಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಪ್ರಾಮಿಸ್. ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಆ ಕಮಿಟಿ ಅವ್ರ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬಂದಿರ್ತಾರ, ನೀವು 1,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ. ಹಿಯರ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ is done only by one party, not both the parties. ನೀವು 1,000 ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಹೊಳ್ಳಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಏನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. Performance is to be done only by one single party here. That is called as unilateral contract. Unilateral, where only one party to the contract has to perform the things, the other party need not perform. Avaga unilateral contract anteve. Where both the parties have to perform the contract with andre, that is called bilateral. So executed, unilateral, bilateral. This is second base. The third base is on the basis of enforceability. On the basis of enforceability, how it is going to be enforced? One is the valid contract. If agreement is having enforceability, what is enforceability? What are the things that we need to enforce it or to have the enforceability? We have discussed in detail in previous classes. So where the enforceability to the agreement is present, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಒಪ್ಪಂದಕ್ಕೆ enforceability ಇರುತ್ತೋ, that is called as valid contract. That is called as valid contract. Then thing is void contract. Void ಅಂದ್ರೆ where the enforceability is missing. Where enforceability is missing, ಎನ್ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಮಿಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ, ಎನ್ಫೋರ್ಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಕಾನೂನಾತ್ಮಕವಾಗಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಶಕ್ತಿನೇ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವೇನ್ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ವೈಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅನುರ್ಜಿತ, ಊರ್ಜಿತ, ಅನುರ್ಜಿತ. ಈ ವೈಡ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಯಾಕಾಗತ್ತೆ? ವೈ the contract is going to be void because illegal contract, immoral and unenforceable, where the conditions to the contract are illegal and unlawful. Because if object is unlawful, if consideration is unlawful, ಅವಾಗ ನಾವೇನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ unlawful agreement ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು illegal agreement ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. If conditions and terms of the contract are opposed to the public policy, ಅವಾಗ ನಾವು immoral or unenforceability ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. That is called void contract. Void contract. Voidable contract ಅಂದ್ರೆ where one party can cancel the contract. Where one party can cancel the contract. ಅವಾಗ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, the one party to the contract is having chance to cancel the contract. If at all he is having any opportunity, if at all he is having any room to cancel the contract, ಅವಾಗ ನಾವು voidable contract. Now contingent contract ಅಂದ್ರೆ where the happening of the contract, ನೋಡಿ, the performance of the contract is going to be done on the basis of happening or non-happening of the event. ಒಂದೇನೋ ಘಟನೆ, ಇವತ್ತು ಮಳೆ ಆದ್ರೆ 1,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ ಅಂದ, ಮಳೆ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ 1,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಡೋದು, 1,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಡೋದು, ಮಳೆ ಆದ್ರೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಮಳೆ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. So the performance of the contract is dependent on the happening of event or non-happening of the event. ಸಂಭವನೀಯ ಒಪ್ಪಂದ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. We call it as a contingent contract. So these are all different kinds of contracts. Is it okay?